Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Adam and I'm the veteran arcade soldier. And it's already good to see people in the chat. Man like King Arthur, already there, you know. And McMauler, yes, good to see you guys. I'm sweating buckets in England. You'll be happy to see it's not the Virgil top, but LFC is back representing. And we're here today to watch them big guns. Erling brought Haaland of Norway versus Kylian Mbappé of France. Let's get it. So yes, to the chat. McMauler, that's my Addy, bro. Is well famous. Exactly, that's how we roll. Yes, Arthur, hope you're good. And Arthur, yes, the streets are melting, my man. Absolutely melting. Woo! It is crazy. I've always wanted to go and do that trick. You know where you go take a raw egg and just go crack it on the pavement. And you know, today of all days, that thing is sizzling on the pavement, boys. But yes, it's going to be sizzling on the pitch because the two best strikers in the world are going to be at it, hammer and tongs, to see who can win this shootout. What are you saying, gentlemen? Are you okay today? Let me know. I'm in fine form. I'm feeling good. Let's get it. McMauler says, where is the ice cubes? Yeah, I know, man, I know. My freezer doesn't have any ice cubes in it, but I've got plenty of cold drinks. But I'm gonna keep it on a low. But yeah, good to see you guys. Hope you've had a great day. And yeah, it is steaming out there. Absolutely steaming. Right, let's make sure. How can the streets melt? They just can, my man. They just can. There's going to be certain parts of the world where the tarmac is going to be rising, but over in the UK, you know, we're a bit on point like that. It's not that hot, but yeah, exactly. The tar on top, Arthur says. Yeah, exactly. If we did come to the Saudi, well, there you go. And there you go, Arthur. The man himself has told you where he's at. But yes, it is very, very hot. But I think we're in store for a great game, guys. And I am definitely here for it. But yes. Whew. Right, so we're going to go through the team sheets in a minute, have a look at how the teams are lining up, for sure. Oh, sorry, Arthur, bro, but I tried to answer, you know, yeah, okay, so you just answered. Right. Let's have a look at these two teams. And are you guys looking forward to this match? Please let me know. Where is my... There it is. So we have... Where's the scene? Yes, Cam, how you doing, my man? Good to see you. Hope you are well. Oh, it is steaming out there. Oh, wow. After all of that, Haaland isn't even playing. Wow, that's quite incredible, really. McMauler says, bro, 46 Celsius around. Wow, that is cooking. McMauler says, welcome to our veteran channel, Cameron, bro. Good to see the chat. Yeah, that is absolutely wild. And yeah, he probably doesn't have aircon over there because, you know, there's certain parts of the world where, you know, not everyone's going to have aircon on tap. So can you imagine 46 degrees and we complain about that? McMauler says, no, Arthur, bro, in both Sri Lanka and Arabia, we haven't that. You know, maybe there's obviously going to be maybe certain shopping malls, maybe that'll have it or whatever. But yeah, maybe the average home isn't going to have it. It just, yeah, it's quite insane, really. 46 degrees Celsius. They changed everyone apart from the goalkeeper. What, Norway, yeah? Oh, well, that's a shame because then that way Yeah, that's going to be a shame then, because already like Norway's not the strongest team as it is anyway. So yeah, quite a bit strange. But maybe France have made quite a few changes as well. So let's have a look anyway. Right, we will go through the team sheets. So let's go through the team sheets while we're waiting for the chat to fill up. So Norway with the manager Stella Solbakken, 4-2-3-1 formation. They've got Selwick in goal, Orsnes, Falconer, Ostergaard, Bjorken at left back, Torsvet, Berg, Oscar Bob, Asgard. Wow, I must be bringing down the 4 of thunder with Asgard, Schelderup and Jürgen Strand Larsen. So yeah, lots of changes as Arthur pointed out. Wow, that really is a fully changed 11. France with the look, they've really messed up. They've said, look, can you see on the screen? They've messed up the chat. They said, look at the France manager, Guy Stéphane. No, I don't think so. I think they might want to change that to Didier Deschamps. Playing the 4-2-3-1 system. Mike Maignan in goal, Magic Mike as they call him. Jules Koundé. Right back, Upamecano, Maxence Lacroix is being given a game. Theo Hernandez at left back, Chouameni, and then Kone brought into the midfield. The world's top-rated player, Ousmane Dembélé, is right flank. Elise is playing in the cam. Desiree Doué off the left, and Kylian Mbappé. For me, the best player in the world is up top for France, Kylian. Right, subs bench is Sanderberg for Norway, Erling Haaland on the bench, Antonio Nusa being rested on the bench, Horgar, Pedersen, Nyland, Langas, Hegem, Muller-Wolf, who had a great game last time out, Ryerson, Sorloth of Atletico, Tangvik, Torsby, Aya of Brentford, and Martin Odegaard of, obviously, Arsenal. Right, so on the French bench, you like the rhymes, call me a rapper. Right, Akliouche, Bradley Barker, Ray and Shirky. You would have thought Shirky might have got a game. Lucas Digne, Malo Gusto, Lucas Hernandez, N'Golo Kante, Ibrahim Konate, formerly of Liverpool, now Real Madrid. Yom Vili Mateta, Adrian Rabiot, Robin Risa, William Saliba of Arsenal, Samba, Marcus Thuram of Inter, and Zaire Emery of PSG. So a star-studded bench for the French. Very, very interesting. So let's catch up with some of the... Oh, is that why? So, okay, fair enough. Arthur, the clever clogs with the answer. So obviously they've got a stand-in manager. Well, what's happened with Didier Deschamps? Please let me know. Is he coming back, or is he just having a night off because he thinks, we're the French and we're the best? Let me go back to the original. Yeah, they changed everyone apart from the goalkeeper. And Arthur asks, is it humid? Then they want second as it gives a better side of the bracket. I hear that. Well, I mean, France are going to win regardless anyway. You would imagine with that lineup, they're definitely going to win. We will see how humid in a few months here. Usually at night also we can feel hot. Wow. Deschamps isn't there. Arthur told me that's why. He went on because he's... Oh, wow. Oh. And there's me making not fun, but yeah, that's sad for Didier Deschamps. Not that our channel is big or anything like that, but we send him our condolences anyway. That's a real pity, but life and death is all part of the cycle, as we know. But Morla says now at night around 31 Celsius. Wow. Arthur says it's hot. And we have Santiagucci returning. Yes, how are you doing, my bro? Hope you are well. How are you keeping? And are you excited about this match? We've seen a lot of changes, Santiagucci, in this game. And yes, it's going to be a good one, I reckon. McMorla says mostly clear and dry with high UV exposure during the day. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Santiagucci, please remind the chat where you were from again, my man. We try and get a bit familiar with everyone, make friends, etc. I am good, my man. In the UK at the moment, I'm from London originally. London, England, and it is baking hot, and we struggle in this country with heat. We are not built for it. The way our homes are and our buildings just absorb the heat and we just can't get rid of it. And in the UK, we just do not have air conditioning, so it is absolutely crazy. But you know where there's hotter than this? I'll tell you where. The World Cup. That's where it's hotter. So yeah, all good, Santiagucci, my man. So right, the graphics are all set. Everything is working. We're going to have a lovely watch along. And everyone's just going to get along in the chat. So feel free to throw out your questions. Let's have a little chat before the game starts. We have 18 minutes before kickoff. And I'm looking forward to this one. I can't believe that Norway have changed so many players. But thank you for asking, Santi. I am fantastic, my man. Woo. Today, before stream starts, we received 9 likes. That's what we like. That's what I'm all about. That's what we need to keep pushing up the channel. So obviously, feel free to quickly close the chat, hit the like button so you don't have to do it later. And it helps the growth of the channel as we try and build a nice little community with like-minded friends that support all different teams. Santi, remind me, who do you support, bro? Who is your club team and which country do you follow? You might have told me yesterday, but honestly, it's hard to remember everybody. But Arthur, thank you for dropping the like. Thank you, my bro. Woo. Absolutely steaming hot. Honestly, it really is crazy hot. Crazy hot. Right, what do we have? Guys, is the audio all right on the microphone or is it too loud? Please let me know. Got to make sure everything is working all right. Cheers, Arthur. And mate, here's KP roaster. Oh, I think I heard that in the chat the other day. Someone dropped it about their KP nuts were roasting. I know, it's crazy, right? It is so warm. It's ridiculous. I think it's going to cool down over the weekend, though. Gary, good to see you in the chat. Gary said it's roasting. It is, honestly. Dry roasted, salty. The nuts are aflame. It's crazy heat out there. All us boys, we know how it goes. Dry roasted, salted, it's peak. But yes. Morla says, today, Irid, the cricket team, made a statement with win against India with an injury team. Oh, fair enough. I don't know who the team is. Irid? Is that Iraq? Irid? I don't know which one, but fair enough. I'm not someone who keeps up to date with cricket that much. I like the game cricket to play, but it's not really a game I would watch, to be honest. But obviously a lot of countries, especially over in the Asian area of the world, do love their cricket. Oh, Irish cricket team. Ireland beat India. Wow. That must have been a very rested India team because India should be able to smash Ireland anytime. Ireland beat India. How? Exactly. I know, that's crazy. That is crazy work. So fair play to the Irish. But that's the thing, it goes to show with sport, right? Especially in a team game. When you've got a team that consists of, say, 10, 11 people, whatever it may be, 15 in rugby, the more moving parts in a team, the easier a team can be defeated. That's why in solo, individual sports, that's why the favourite will literally always win. Because there's just less chance of it going wrong because there's only one person to rely on when it's a solo sport. So yeah, that's the kind of thing, that's why team sports are always the most popular around the world because you've got more chance of a shock. So yes, all good, all good. Mola said they have done it. An injury-ridden Irish team have stunned the world champs in Belfast. Okay, so fair enough. You never know. Obviously, there's the travel aspect. Maybe I don't know cricket in turn. I don't follow it. So maybe India had only just recently touched down. Maybe went straight into the game, haven't acclimatized. And once you're playing away from home, the home team always got an advantage. But fair play to the Irish because no matter what, Ireland are not meant to beat India at cricket ever. But fair play, you got to respect it when the smaller nation pulls off a shock. But yep, Gary, lovely to see you again. Obviously, thank you for coming once again, Arthur, the resident king. McMauler, of course, the original OG McMauler. And yeah, hopefully we'll see a few of the usual crew in as well. We love our guy Peter, the main man. Hopefully Miss Lauren makes an appearance and says hello. Natasha will swing by. She doesn't stay for long, but she always swings by with a bit of news. There's been quite a lot of news in the football world today. What is the big story in the football world today? I did notice there was a few transfers I noticed, which I was really surprised about. Let me know your thoughts on this one. So I saw this transfer earlier today. Gonzalo Ramos, PSG to AC Milan in a deal worth between 60 and 70 million euros for Gonzalo Ramos. I mean, prices are just... they're through the roof. It's just, yeah, football is just gone crazy. The money is just out of this world. And it just got, like, nobody is worth anything these days, you know. I'm just still quite stunned that Man City's going to pay 125, 130 million for Elliot Anderson. That's the game of football has gone, people. It has gone. McMauler says, like, this year FIFA upsets. Yeah, this is it. So, you know, it's interesting, doesn't it? It's interesting to see so many different results happening. It's fantastic, really. Makes it so much more interesting. But yes, let me know your thoughts on that transfer that I just mentioned. Or feel free to talk about anything else before the game starts, etc. Hopefully we see Abdul back in today. Yannick joined the crew yesterday as well, which was nice to see. So the community on this channel is growing a little bit by little bit, which is lovely. McMauler says, when we look, Anderson, 120 million, Ramos price far. But yeah, well, this is true. 100%. And the thing is, though, McMauler as well, is that in some ways, there should be certain positions on the pitch that are worth more. A striker should always be more valuable. Hardest part of the game, isn't it, to score goals. But a combative midfielder that runs around a lot and has a good engine, that's Elliot Anderson. And he's costing 130. Well, if Elliot Anderson costs 130, how much would Zidane cost now? Like, if there was a 25-year-old Zidane, what would he cost? If Elliot Anderson is 130... then Zidane reborn now, regenerated, must be worth 300 million, right? It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But it is what it is. As long as Liverpool aren't buying him for that price, I'm okay. So, going to get some early predictions in the chat. That's my prediction after seeing the lineups. 3-0, Mbappe to score twice. That's my prediction, guys. McMauler says, is Jan Kuba meant to sign for Liverpool? I hope not, man. I hope not. I mean, if we can't get this Diamande, he's going to start coming into the equation, but I hope not. I don't personally think his ceiling is high enough. But if you have to take Minte as a squad option, then maybe, but I don't think he's good enough, to be honest. But to be honest with you, a lot of clubs just need, they need a squad depth. It's like, not to pick on Arsenal or whatever, I personally don't think Madueke is good enough for Arsenal, but he's a good squad player. So sometimes, what do you want? Do you want an excellent player, or do you just want someone who's going to be happy to be part of the squad rotation? So Minter can tick the box, I suppose, as a squad player, if that makes sense. So in the chat, Cameron says 2-0 France. McMorla says, according to Anderson, Zidane will easily cost 450. Exactly, my man. So true, right? 100%. Ugh. So players are getting ready. They're out on the pitch. Even 2006 Zidane will go for it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Someone who, at the end of his career, according to these prices today. Yeah, exactly. I know, it's mad, right? Absolutely mad. But this is modern football for you, sadly. Modern football. Absolutely crazy. Woo. Even after retirement, he single-handedly nearly won the World Cup for France 2006. This is it, very true. He was amazing in that tournament. And that's another reason why I picked Argentina to win the tournament, because every truly great player in history always has something in them that last time they go to a tournament. I see it with Maradona. You know, he was aging, getting to the end, but he still got Argentina to a final in 1990. I see the same thing with Zidane in 2006. He's aging, but he still dragged them to the final. Messi last time. Messi can do it again. He can drag them to the final. So, yeah, that's why another reason why I picked Argentina to win the World Cup. But, yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. Yeah, it's just very hot today. I mean, with this game, I think maybe on paper, maybe the Senegal-Iraq game might have been a better one than this, but here we are. We'll stick to this game now. You never know. Yeah, we shall see. According to you, Maradona and Ronaldo got some bad behaviours than Messi. Which Ronaldo? Cristiano or the original R9? Yeah, Maradona definitely have some bad behaviour. Lots of drug use, shooting guns, having crazy parties, not being truly dedicated, but it's the 80s and 90s. It's a different time. Footballers didn't take things so seriously. They weren't as professional in terms of their bodies and their life and their careers. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Woo! So hot. Nami asks, where is my bro white t-shirt? Nah, not today, man. I just give it a little clean. Give it a little clean. Just bring out the red today. Represent the LFC. That's what we need to do, bro. That's what we need to do. Oh, whew. Very, very hot today. Wow. But here I usually also don't use fan too. So you don't use a fan either. To be honest with you, like over here, by the time you buy a fan and use it, you only need it for about a week. So it's just not worth it. You just have to just get through the heat. Yeah, it's not worth buying fans over in the UK. But where you are, you must need that, man. Jeez. Crazy. But maybe it's kind of a different kind of heat, because I would imagine you don't have as many tall buildings like in London. It's the extra heat in London is crazy. It's so hot. It's warmer than everywhere else in the country by a few degrees. It's like a bubble. It's like it's just cooking. But I mean, saying that, you are 31 at night, so wow. Maybe you just get used to it, right? You must genetically get used to it. Arthur's coming in with the 3-1 France. See, I like it. Arthur, very sensible. I was leaning, that was literally going to be the first thing I said. I said 3-1 France because I thought, okay, they made the odd change at the back. But last second, I changed it to 3-0. Okay, yeah, let me do my Senegal prediction as well. Senegal versus Iraq. I'm also going to go... I'm going to go Senegal. I was going to go for 2-0 as well, to be Arthur. Like, I think the same, mate. But yeah, I'm going to go Senegal 3-0. McMorla says 2-1 Norway. Can't see it, my man, but you know, you can what's it called? Manifest the little guy to win. But nah, this French team, they're not losing today. I do not think so. But it's going to be good to see Oscar Bob. They got the Premier League link-up. Oscar Bob of Fulham with Strand Larsen of Crystal Palace. So, you know, it's a decent little lineup. This Shell Larup, he played last game. He looked pretty decent. Iraq, Senegal may draw. Maybe. But both of those need a win, don't they? So I think there'll be... If both of those teams win, if either win, then they've got a chance of going through as the best third-place team. Unlikely, but they need to get a win. And a big win to try and get through to the next round. So, but yeah, you're right. Maybe they will both compete and get a draw. So we shall see. Ugh. So they're paying tribute to the earthquakes in Venezuela. I did not even know about that. But, you know, we send our best wishes. That was lovely, lovely observed minute silence for those victims. McMorla says Norway wins, Senegal, Iraq draw. And Cameron says Senegal 2-0, like Arthur said. So we've got English referee Michael Oliver. Right, and the game has kicked off. McMauler, even if I think most of Irish cricket players who played today in their career are just under 8 matches only, for more than 10 players, even in that 2 players got out under 12. Oh, wow, you know, very impressive from the Irish, McMauler. Definitely. Good for them. Very good for them. Strand Larson winning an early header. Jules Koundé. Right, so slipped now forward. Already. Oh my God, hit the crossbar. Wow, Mbappe has already hit the crossbar in the first 25 seconds with an amazing strike from the edge of the box. Already, Mbappe nearly on fire. Absolutely incredible. Wow. If this is a sign of things to come, then Mbappe will be breaking a record today because he nearly scored in the first 30 seconds. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Wow, what a start from the French. Nearly scored in the first 25 seconds. Crazy, crazy stuff. It really was so close. Right. Ball goes out wide. Doué coming in off the right flank, centrally. Ref gets in the way. Has to give it back. So we're 2 minutes in, and it's early French pressure. They've already hit the crossbar with Mbappe's shot. Quite incredible. Oh. Shoulder up goes down in the box looking for something. Michael Oliver, the ref, is like, nope. Ball played out wide to Doué. Oh, sorry, to Teo Hernandez, sorry. Passes it on to Doué. Mbappe dropping deep. Puts the burners on, moves forward. Poor pass from Mbappe. Mbappe edge of the box now. So Dembele on the left wing, chalk on his boots. Little ball row. Oh, what a bit of play there. Oh, nearly sets up a great chance. Oh, Kone, edge of the box, saved. Great save. Oh, this game has got goals all over it. It already looks like a matter of time before the French take the lead. It is literally just attack v defence. Manu Kone with a great shot, edge of the box. Ball passed back out. Kone, edge of the box, 18 yards out, smashes it. Great save by the keeper. And Senegal already have the lead. Sek has scored against Iraq. So it's already 1-0. Senegal beating Iraq already. Ball played out to Oscar Bob now, right wing. Good tracking back from Doué. Very busy there, tracking back to help out his defence. Shoulder up, fouling Jules Koundé there. And the French have the ball and they're bringing it out from the back. Right, Dembele cuts into the box. Jinx left, right. And Dembele has opened the scoring. What a strike from the world's #1 rated player. Wow. Flashed it across the keeper from the edge of the box. And you could only say that, you know, the French more than deserved that lead. Absolutely stunning strike. 1-0. Ousmane Dembele, fantastic strike. Great build-up play. Edge of the box. Bang. Mbappe, lovely pass across. Dembele drifts into the box. Checks, cuts inside, puts it on his right and smashes it past the keeper. Lovely. Keeper though. From that angle, keeper. Nah, it's already past the keeper before he's even seen it. Smash past him. So 1-0 France already. The favourites are off and running. France already cruising. Already cruising for real. Trying to last him. Got to play an Oscar Bob there. My low driven shot comes in. from shoulder up. Easy save by Mike Maignan. Alright, untidy from Upamecano, given away. Oscar Bob now, central. Tries to link up with Strand Larsen. Too fast there from Lacroix. Then Ballet now on the right wing, cutting inside, tries to feed in Mbappe, who still gets there. So interesting start there. Tchouameni now on the ball. Kone, quite impressive season in Serie A. Sorry, in the Bundesliga, sorry. Mbappe flashes it across the box. Elise, central. Elise hasn't really got into the game as of yet. Been very quiet from Michael Elise. All quiet in the chat. Anybody wants to chat, obviously feel free. I'm all ears. Otherwise, it's just about enjoying the game. Probably everyone is just about surviving with the heat. Absolutely crazy hot today. Right, one back there, edge of the box. Mbappe now, central. Oh, plays in. Oh, played in Elise. He tried to take it with his right and then onto his left. And he scuffs the shot. Great play from Mbappe. Very unselfish there. Slips in his international teammate. I thought Mbappe might go for the shot with the goals record in mind, but no. But no, slips in Elise, great chance. Woo. Honestly, so unbelievably hot. So Berg now, right side, more or less about 8 yards from being level with the box. So it's about 25 yards out, but right side of the box. Floats a lovely cross in. Cleared. Shoulder up now. Tries to drive, but he's shut down by Elise. Elise and Kunde double. Oh, Strand Larsen has put it over. 8 yards out. Got to score. Got to equalise there. Oh my goodness, what a miss that was. Maybe not brave enough. Upamecano puts his head in where it hurts. Ball falls to Strand Larsen. Lacroix, his club teammate, closes him down. But that's a great chance from Larsen. If he keeps it down, it's a goal. But he can't keep it down. Blazes it over Mike Maignan's goal. So frailty in the French box there. A little bit of a surprise there. Great chance for Norway. I doubt if they'll get many better chances than that all game. Great chance for Norway. So Manu Kone now, centre circle. To Mbappe, but he plays it back. Now it's back with Tchouameni, who's dropped very deep. Kunde. Yes, Arthur. France have been dominating like crazy, but I don't know if you just saw that bit there. Norway definitely should have equalised there. Great chance from Strand Larsen. Closed down by his club teammate, Maxence Lacroix. But he should really bury that, if you ask me. Should be 1-1. But, you know, France are dominating, like you say, and they are well on top. Ah, you're not watching. Okay, no problem. No problem. What's your weekend plans after? Arthur, you up to anything? Okay, cool. No worries. What does the weekend normally hold for you then, my guy? What's the plan? A man who's always got to have a plan. Oh, Dewey, lovely takedown there. So stylish. The control, instant take, bang. Surviving the heat is the plan. I hear that, my man. I know, it's mad. It's going to cool down over the weekend. And you got a football game. Cool. Good. What time's your match? You got a Saturday match or a Sunday match? Bit of training, maybe? Upamecano and Strand Larsen getting into it. All right, Mbappe. Sorry, Doué charging forward. He's played in Mbappe here. Edge of the box. Left side, cuts in. Stings the keeper's palms. Great shot from Mbappe there. I hear though, Arthur, I'm just trying to survive this heat myself this weekend. Absolutely scorchio. Arthur says, guys, make sure to like and sub in the chat. Thank you, Arthur. Exactly. A little bit quiet today, but that's all good. Plenty of time for people to stop by and drop in and say hello. That's what it's all about. But I appreciate you, Arthur. Respect. What do you think of the Premier League transfer window so far, Arthur? It's been open a little while, but it's so quiet overall, considering there's obviously, 20 teams. There's hardly been any transfers in the Premier League so far. I would have thought it would have. I know the World Cup's on, but I would have thought some people would be getting some business. Boring the transfer window? Yeah, 100%. Or people not being in the chat is boring. Kone puts in a nice ball for Dembele there. Tries to fizz one across the box on the right-hand side. Picked up again by Elise. This is a training ground exercise for France at the moment. Shoulder up now. Oh, lovely back heel by shoulder up. The left back bombs forward. Ooh, good block there. Have a shot. Should take an instant shot, but refuses to. Right. Elise fizzes one in the middle. Mbappe picks it up. Dembele. Edge of the box. Advantage play. Sure, he's going to play that back to him. But Dembele, beautiful strike, 2-0, absolutely sensational strike. What a goal that is. 28 yards out, beautiful strike, unbelievable. Some of the finishing today has just been absolutely sensational. Great play from Mbappe, who was fouled in the process, but Oliver, the referee, just let play continue. He lays it out to the right wing to Dembele, who comes back inside, 25 yards out, calls a beautiful left-footed strike. Great assist from Mbappe there, because he was falling down. But yes, Dembele comes into the middle of the pitch and lays a beautiful peach of a left-footed curler. 24 yards out, bang, into the corner. Perfect. And it's 2-0 to France. My prediction is looking good so far. 3-0 I went for. Already 2-0 already. I mean, the Norway's first team defence is not really the greatest. So considering they've made so many changes, this could be an absolute field day for the French. Could even be a crazy 4-5-0, to be honest. But yep. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Hey, I just gave you a little bit of an American. Hey, Peter. Hey, Petey. Oh, Asgard! 2-1. Just out of nowhere, just saying hello to the main man, Peter. Took my eyes off the game. And Norway have got one back. Wow, 3 goals already. This World Cup is absolutely sensational. So many goals. Let's see the build-up. The kickoff. Absolutely crazy kickoff. We're talking about within 10 seconds of the kickoff. France haven't set themselves, lets it run across the defender and puts it bottom corner. Man like Asgard, hitting it like he was 4. Damn. He gave it the God of Thunder treatment straight into the bottom corner. Lovely stuff. Sensational game so far. But back to the chat. Peter, howdy chaps. Stupid hot today. PR has been absolutely crazy. It's just been hot. It just feels unnecessarily hot. But yeah, it has. It's just literally been survival mode. Peter says, I thought Norway would put up more of a fight, and bingo, they score. The thing is though, Peter, I wasn't even aware of it until just before the start of the match. Norway have made basically 9 changes, so they've rested everyone. And France have made about 3 changes. So yeah, quite a strange one to be honest, but maybe they just want to balance it out for the next round. And Arthur predicted that maybe Norway just want to guarantee second because it's an easier path. So I think Arthur might be right with that. But they're putting on a big fight. And yeah, France winning the game 2-1. And it's all action so far. But good to see you, Peter. Have you been up to anything, my man? Or is it just about surviving the heat like the rest of us? Right, ball comes out. Oof, another chance there. Just every time I look away, there's just a chance. Just crazy chances everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is going on? Right, Elise, right wing. Kind of swap now. Interchange with Dembele. Lovely free by Elise. Ghosting past 2 players. Leaving shoulder up. Right. Mbappe in the box. Elise lays it off. Tchouaméni. Is that Teo Fernandez with a strike? Yep, it was. Everyone's on the greetings. Good to see it in the chat, guys. Don't forget to hit the like on the stream as well for me, my man Peter, the main man. Hit the like on the stream. Let's keep it all moving and bubbling. But yeah, some really good games coming up, guys, over the next few days. We're now on the hydration break as we enter the second quarter. Peter, can I get a second quarter? Yeah, so we've got some good games coming up. We've got England, Panama tomorrow. And then we've got basically the first of the round of 32, Brazil versus Japan. I've got a feeling that's going to be a corker. Peter says, evening, Gary. Oof. Wow, so warm. I'm overdue a jog, so I need to go jogging. I think I'm going to try and do a jog tomorrow morning. Maybe just get up first thing in the morning before 9 a.m. Or, I mean, I'll be up before then, but I mean, try and get the jog and the job done early. Get out there and just get a 5K done in this heat before the heat of the day really picks up. So that's going to be my early plan, guys. Arthur's off to play some footy. Are you up to anything over the weekend? Peter, let us know in the chat. McMauler, if you're there, let us know if you have any weekend plans as well. Gary, your weekend plans? And the main man, Sir Pats. What's happening, bro? Sir Pat says, evening troops. I purposely paid little attention to the transfer window after all the hype of last year's window. I wondered where Haaland was. I just had a lovely tuna steak overlooking the sea. This man, he knows how to live his best life, Sir Pats. That's what we love to hear. Sounds beautiful. A tuna steak by the sea. Feeling that breeze. Thinking about your poor schmuck pals at home melting in the sun. I'll ask you something, Sir Pats. Did you... Oh, in fact, you've obviously caught up with the chat. So, yeah, you saw what we were talking about earlier. And I don't blame you. You haven't missed anything on the transfer window anyway. But, yeah, enjoying your steak and whatnot. Did you and the lovely missus... It was Jan, wasn't it? Janet. Did you guys plan to go away this week on purpose? Like, to avoid the heat? Or did it just work out that way? Let me know. The hydration break. I need another one. Finished, guys. I'm finished. So hot. So hot. But yeah, this has been a bit of a scorcher of a game. So many goals already. 3 goals already. And there could have been more, to be honest. You could have had at least 5 goals in the first 20 minutes. It's been an insane game, really. So Torsfeldt lays one out. Can the ball break back to a Norway player? It can't. Wow. Foul there on Teo Hernandez by Torsfeldt, probably. I think this youngster player, I don't know if he's a youngster, this Torsfeldt, he might be a relative of Eric Torsfeldt, former Tottenham goalkeeper, maybe. Peter says, Pat's got his sea breeze assisted cooling. We're stuck with the plug-in fan. Mate, I haven't even got a plug-in fan. I'm just blowing my top lip just to try and stay cool. Horrific. Manu Kone now. Mora says, vamos! Lots of goals going in, right? You know, busy stuff. I think Iraq are in trouble. They're already down to 10 men. And obviously Senegal already winning 1-0. Reben Sulaka sent off for Iraq. So they're in for a long night. Shoulder up, Strand Larson trying to sneak in there to nick in an equaliser. Good to see the hellos in the chat. So, Pats, mate, Jan says hi. Hello, Jan. Hope you're having a lovely evening. It's hotter over in the UK than it is here. I thought we'd pulled a Rick. Mate, to be fair, it's like the weather's one thing, to Pats, but the weather you've got over there, over in Portugal, is going to be far nicer than this. This is just, honestly, you know what it's like at home. Us English, we're always moaning about the weather. Every time I go somewhere, all I'm getting is a complaint because everyone is absolutely frying over here, mate. Struggling. So, mate, I salute you. Have an extra tuna steak on us. Have a nice little tipple of your favourite non-alcoholic. And yeah, just keep enjoying and relaxing. Because probably by the time you come back, you'll come back to a nice, gentle climate over here. Because, yeah, you're not missing anything. It is just brutal, mate. Absolutely brutal. But say hello to the missus. Absolute pleasure. Peter says, could be some big scores coming. Oh, mate, 100%. This game's definitely got more goals in it. France don't really give me much confidence at the back, to be honest. they just give away a lot of chances, to be honest. Obviously, their attack is super potent. And obviously, Senegal having the extra man advantage versus Iraq. You can't see that not going any other way. But a few more goals, clearly, with another 60 minutes left. But I predicted, Peter, get your predictions in the chat, even though you're semi-cheat mode. I predicted 3-0 in both games. So I'm already off to a bit of a stinker with this one. But yeah, Senegal, I'm sure they're going to get the job done at least by 3 against 10 men in this heat. 100%. Right, Oscar Bob now. Right, Strand Larson. No pace, Strand Larson. Koundé and Upamecano just barge him out of the way. Too slow. Peter says, it's stumbling through the desert, hallucinating icebergs, weather. Yeah, exactly. It is. That's a really good analogy. It really is, isn't it? Just absolutely struggling. And Peter's going, I'm going 5-2 France. It could be, mate. The amount of chances these two are making, you could be right. But Dembele showing he's the world's top player at the moment, even though I do believe Mbappe is the world's best player. But Dembele, with the Ballon d'Or, etc., he's already wrapped in 2 today. Lovely strikes as well. And here he is again, Dembele. Look for the hat-trick. And he's done it! The hat-trick, Dembele! I just said it. Absolutely incredible. Dembele, 3-1. Sensational. This guy is so hot. It's unreal. Absolutely. I mean, all 3 goals have been basically the same goal. Cut in and just slapped it bottom left. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. From Ousmane Dembele, the hat-trick. Incredible, really. Another sublime finish. Same position, right side of the box. Comes in, gets a bit more central. Bottom corner again. Just too good. Too good. Too easy. Keeper's got absolutely no chance. Sensational. Hey, Rush Fowler, just sub, bro. Been watching you for a while and liked each time. My guy. I love the username as well. We don't need to ask who you support, my brother. But thank you. And obviously, yeah, thanks you. Introduce yourself to the chat. You can obviously mention your name or keep your name, or you can just obviously go by your handle. But lovely to meet you, Rush Fowler, and I really appreciate the big up. But yeah, I'm building a nice little channel here. As you can see, the LFC fan original, but we welcome all people here. We have a place for non-toxic chat, just enjoying the football together, sharing stories and whatnot. And I hope you're well, man. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it, my bro. And let us know how you're getting on. And thank you for saying hello in the chat. Let us know how your week's been doing. Have you been surviving the heat? Because it's been absolutely brutal, as you probably know. Dembele, just honestly, sensational player. And also, I really appreciate it, Rush F, because that's a nice little confidence boost that you said that, because you watched a little while and enjoyed the content. So really appreciate it, bro. Absolute superstar. So Dembele, edge of the box, cutting in from the right-hand side. Look to make that space again. Tchouaméni, edge of the box. And Tchouaméni does what you expect Tchouaméni to do, which is just blaze it over. Rush says, I've been a Liverpool fan for over 60 years. So, oh, mate, you are a veteran of the game. So I respect it, my man. Let us know, are you from... We've got quite a few Reds in the chat, naturally. We've got Peter, who comes from living near Liverpool. We've got St. Pat's, who's on holiday. But he lives in and around, I think, near the Wirral. So, obviously, yourself. Let us know, are you originally from the L4 area? Obviously, you can tell by my accent that I'm an original Scouser. Nah, seriously, I'm a glory hunter from the 80s, mate, but from London. But I'm born in red, my man. Born in red. Can't wait for next season. And yeah, just so glad that, not in a malicious way, that Arne Slot was removed, because I was not looking forward to another season of Arne in charge. I'm thankful for bringing us home the 20th title, the 2-0 title, but he had to go. And now we're looking forward to Andoni's revolution. But you would have seen it all, my man. You would have seen it all. I'm not that far behind you in age, by the way. So at the end of the day, I've been supporting Liverpool well over 40 years myself. Born in Liverpool, you absolute legend from Bootle. Love to hear it. Do you get to go to many games anymore these days? Let me know. Did you ever have a season ticket, or are you still going? Let me know. You know how it is now. Bloody modern football, they're trying to price us normal people out of it. So let me know. I'll shut up because I take over the chat too much. So over to you, my brother. So shoulder up. Gets taken out there. Teo Hernandez tries to move away. So we've got a free kick for Norway. Approximately about 35, 36 yards out. So not really striking territory. But who knows what we can see here. Right, ball floated across to the left. Upamecano clears. Elise tries to keep it in. I think he has done. Lovely drag back by Elise there. Handed out by Asgard, the goal scorer. So Pat said, oh right, so sorry, I've lost track of it. So Rush says, I had a season ticket for over 19 years. Unfortunately, can't get to our Seiko Gang these days. Sorry to hear that, my man. But the thing is, though, 19 years, you've got 19 beautiful years of memories. What I want to know, though, Rush, is, let me know, Rush, when you had your season ticket, did it overlap when we won that first title under Jurgen? Or did you give it up about, a little bit long time ago? Do let me know. But you've been to Anfield, and believe me, not many people can say that, my man, because obviously you know how it's these days. You get a lot of people from abroad that follow the team passionately. I myself have been to Anfield about, I can't remember the total. I think I've been at Anfield about 5-6 times in total. Seen some phenomenal games, seen a few stinkers. But yeah, I haven't been for a few seasons myself. I think I haven't been for about 3.5, 4 years myself. But yeah, I'm going to try and go again this season. But it's so difficult getting a ticket these days. But it is what it is. Pat says, Pete, are you playing footy tomorrow? Oh no, did I say Peter? No, that would have been Arthur's playing footy tomorrow. Maybe it's at Pat's. You're missing. Unless Peter is. Rush says, hi Peter, let's go. And Pat says, I see the Foo Fighters played to a packed Anfield Stadium. I read that as well. And what's really good is that we're making money out of Anfield now, because once you get past all of the football revenues, Pat, as we were talking about, you were talking about how we've outgrown Man United, etc., financially, etc. Tottenham Hotspur make bundles, mate, in London. They make absolute bundles with the Beyonce concert, with the Conor Ben double fights, and Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua fought there. And, we're making money out of Anfield with Taylor Swift, the Foo Fighters. So it's quite incredible, really, because off the top of your head, you don't envisage Anfield as being the greatest stadium for holding concerts. So, it's impressive, and, it makes us stronger. So it's all good. Rush says, remember the days when Wembley was our second home? Yeah, I hear you, mate. Anfield South. To be fair, we've still done quite well with lots of trips to Wembley. And I'm hoping Andoni can get us there again. Peter says, Pat's long time since I played a proper football game. I could have probably managed a game of heads and volleys, though. Fair play, bro. Fair play. I see it. All us veterans in the chat, boys. And young Arthur as well, somewhere in the background. Unless he's up to no good, causing mischief somewhere. The youngster King Arthur. And let us know yourself, Rush. How are you feeling about the season coming up? Are you glad that that Arna was replaced? Or do you feel are you one of the few maybe left that felt we should give him another season, seeing as he won us the title? Let us know your thoughts on it. So Pat says, apparently walking football is big these days. Yeah, do you know what? It is. And I think I could still play footy myself. But I don't know, man. Maybe something like a 7-8-a-side or something like that on a smaller pitch. 5-a-side, I think my 5-a-side days are well done, boys. Jesus. I remember being 18 and playing 5-a-side with like 40-year-olds and just running around and thinking, God, this is so easy. But yeah, that would be me these days, getting breezed past. Right, Mbappe trying to fashion a chance. Ooh, tries to slip in Elise, but Elise doesn't read it. So we'll look at Lacroix now. Right. Koundé trying to win the ball back there. Right, what have we got here? Left back for Norway is pretty decent. He's a battler. Gary in the chat says, welcome Rush. Oh. Young Arthur says Peter has the care home. The cheek of this youngster. Remember, Arthur, you'll be climbing up the ages one day, my man. You won't believe. Anyway, seriously, Arthur, enjoy your youth while you got it, because honestly, some of us older guys in the chat, we will tell you in the blink of an eye, it's gone, Arthur. You'll be looking back and you'll be like, Arthur, it seems incredible. You look back in a few years, not in a few years, but you'll hit 40 one day and think, bloody hell, where did my life go? So make every second count, my friend. Rush Fowler says, when it was announced Slot was gone, me and a few mates had a party last season. I thought Slot was getting his tactics from the park kids. Mate, I know. Mate, I think you're being generous. I didn't even see any tactics. It was just horrific, mate. But no, I hear you though, Rush. I hear you. Right, deep cross in, corner. Oh, that's dangerous there. Upper Meccano looking shambolic. Right, Elise on the break, left wing, charging forward. Chops inside. What's he got? Oh, lovely through ball now. Dembele into the box. Surely not the fourth. Tries to tee up Mbappe. Why didn't he go for the shot? Could have got 4 goals in a World Cup game. Lovely goal. Oh, lovely cross into the box from Dembele. So selfless there from Dembele. Already on a hat-trick, and they're all smiling, these French boys. Rush says, hi, Gary, and thanks. We love to see it. Peter says that Pat's, my brother's friend, was playing walking footy for Spain. He does live in Spain, but he's not Spanish, so I don't know how that works. Oh, you know how it is, man. Like, there's always a ringer somewhere, do you know what I mean? It's like, I remember playing rugby at school, and there was like this big Turkish kind of Kurdish kid that came in. And mate, he was about 4 years older than us, and he was just absolutely demolishing us as 12, 13-year-olds. And it was like, who let this ringer onto the pitch? And I was like one of the fastest kids in school. And he absolutely tore me a new one. I'm still fuming about it to this day. Like, cheated me out of a try that I should have had. I was 10 yards clear and nobody should be catching me with my flipping legs. But yeah, my guy, sent from Kurdistan, he took me down. So Pat says, Ade, you want to see the new Everton Stadium? It's stunning. You're right, Anfield is not ideal for concerts, but I did enjoy standing on a pitch watching the Eagles there 4 years ago. Love to hear it, man. At least you had these experiences. And you know something? Yeah, next time I get up to Liverpool, I would definitely go and have a little walk around the Hill Dickinson Stadium. It does look fantastic. And when you see it on TV and you hear about the acoustics and whatnot, they've done a great job, Everton. But let's just hope that they stay trophyless for many, many years to come. Peter says, Arthur, life is terrible. Arthur, it's my butler's day off. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Thank you for the welcome. Hope you are well. How's your day been, Miss Lauren? Let us know. Arthur says, Ade, what's your go-to takeout? I think we were doing this the other day, but Arthur, mine is definitely an Indian. So yeah, I remember we did this because we were talking to Mauler and there was Haroon was in who is an Indian from over that side of the world, even though I think he was living in Ghana at the moment. But yeah, I love a British Indian. Obviously, Abdul was in. I was talking to Abdul, and I was talking about a British Indian. So yeah, because obviously if you go to India or that part of the world, the food there isn't the same as getting an Indian takeaway here. English Indian is a lot different, Arthur, to Indian abroad. Not that I've had it, but I just know. But yeah, an Indian is my favourite takeout, young man. Secondly, I like eating out Italian food. Arthur, let us know yours. What do you like getting when your parents treat you, etc.? And Miss Lauren says super hot. Oh, honestly, it is absolutely El Scorcho. Sensational heat in England. What have we got here? Elise puts one over the bar. But honestly, Miss Lauren, it is absolutely blazing. But I do hope you've had a fantastic day. What have you been doing today, Miss Lauren? Have you been chilling? Have you been at work? Or have you just been surviving like all of us? Arthur says the chippy. He just likes it normal. What'd you get from the chippy, Arthur? What'd you like? Are you all about the fish and chips? Or you're a Savoy and chips man, sausage and batter, a little kebab and chips? Let us know. But yeah, it's been an absolutely amazing day. And Arthur, Peter said these butlers had the day off. Peter says to St. Pat's, I could hear the Merseyside derby when I was walking along the new Brighton promenade. Great view of the stadium from over the water. Wow. That sounds immaculate, Pete. It does. Arthur's all about the cod and chips. I hear that. Miss Lauren says, working hard, unfortunately, winky face. I don't know if you're being sarcastic there, but we won't tell your bosses, whoever they may be. But yeah, you keep enjoying the sun and don't stress yourself, because working and whatnot, it's not about killing yourself for any employer, because most of the time, they don't appreciate it. That doesn't mean to be lazy. You got to get ahead in life and enjoy yourself, but you got to have that balance, Miss Lauren. So, love to hear it. But thank you for coming into the chat and saying hello. And hopefully you're going to be supporting the Three Lions tomorrow night when we take on Panama and put them boys to the sword. Let's go. So we've got 5 minutes additional time. We've got 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, the thing is, Arthur, sometimes, I mean, you've got to trust your local when it comes to a chippy, because I've had some shocking cod and chips, honestly. So Pat says, Peter, you're right, mate. The best view of Liverpool is from over the water. It looks stunning. Yeah, I definitely will check it out when I get over there next time. I plan to go next season, that's for sure. It's just the whole ballot system, trying to get a ticket. It's such a pain. You've got to pay whatever. It's 30 quid these days for a membership, lads. And then you might, and the chance of you getting a ticket, maybe like one a season if you're lucky. But, yeah. The last game I saw, I took my son to Liverpool 3, Benfica 3 in the Champions League. And that was the season just before we bought Darwin Núñez in the summer. And that was the game I think that convinced Jurgen Klopp to go for Darwin. Honestly, he tore us a new one that night. It was fabulous, though. I was on the cop that night. It was absolutely brilliant. Rush Fowler says, 3 lies, more like 3 cats. England are rubbish. Well, the thing is, though, obviously, I know how it is with the with how the viewpoint with England is in Liverpool. Liverpool's a bit of its own ecosystem in a way. Sometimes, obviously, you get people that will follow the national team. A lot of the time, a lot of Liverpool fans have got no time for England. I know everyone could be a little, like basically a lot of that part of the world is very indifferent towards the England national team. Rush, how are you with England? I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. We can be a bit pony, to be fair. But do you still back the 3 lions, or you just like, you dropped out of international football? Let me know, my man. But I'll still be cheering on the boys tomorrow. But yeah, honestly, the last match, they definitely were like 3 pussycats. Honestly, it was shocking. Ghana should have beaten England. Definitely. So it's not really a good sign, is it? Because if Ghana are flipping holding you out and nearly taking you to the cleaners, what are the likes of France and Argentina going to do? Rush says, I back Brazil, but would be buzzing if England won. Nah, fair enough, my bro. Fair enough. I did my own little prediction stuff before the start of the season. Ball lofted into the box, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Mbappe can't do anything with the control. Yeah, before the start of the tournament, me personally, I kind of put Brazil and England as the best of the rest. For me, I had three outstanding candidates. A bit obvious, really, isn't it? You know, France with the best squad in the tournament. Spain, probably the second best squad in the tournament. And then I've kind of backed Argentina. I think they've got a great spine. They've got everything you need to win. You got Messi with the last dance, probably. So I've gone for Argentina. But we shall see. But I think England and Brazil are the best, next best to the rest after that. And like you, I'll be buzzing if we can bring it home. Why not? Right, let's stop that clock. So Pat says, booing the national anthem is bang out of order. I find it totally embarrassing. Oh, mate, I know. But do you know what? Liverpool, we're a funny club like that. You know, and obviously you can understand with certain things, maybe in certain parts when it comes to the league and certain things happening, obviously the way that we've been dealt a poor hand by the FA in the past or the Premier League post Heysel and post obviously Hillsborough. Certain things that we as a club have been through, which is scandalous, really. But yeah, when it comes to booing the Champions League anthem, okay, whatever. Lots of clubs do it. Man City do it, maybe for different reasons. But you know, yeah, booing the national anthem, I've never kind of got that. But then I'm not born and bred on Liverpool, so I don't have the sentiment. I'm not particularly political either, so I've never really been into politics. And then obviously Labour dominates Liverpool. It's a very working class rooted city. But I'm not really one for politics. I just want to enjoy the football. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Peter says the route to the final will be all important to the wins, no doubt. Exactly, mate. Which is why making a prediction is practically impossible. And I don't really classify myself as a football nerd. I couldn't be bothered to look ahead and see who's going to play who, because there's no point. You never know how it's going to be. It never usually goes the way it's planned. But I do think that England's route to the final is going to be a tough one regardless. So let's see what happens, and we will see how it all pans out. But yes, let's keep the chat rolling. Drop anything you want in. We can talk about any subject. As long as we don't dive too deep into politics or religion, of course. We can skirt around these things with opinions, but we can deep dive into anything else. Your favourite foods, the football, your thoughts on next season, what your hopes are, your dreams. What are you going to learn in the next few months? What's going to be happening? Fire away. Rush says, I don't like them booing the anthem. Not all Scousers do. Also, fans of other clubs do it, which is true. Serves no purpose. It only makes people hate on them. This is it, my man. This is it. And I don't know. It's just like, it's such a weird world that we live in, because depending on your upbringing and your age, of course, a lot of us are kind of senior people in terms of our part of, maybe not senior, but you get what I'm saying. We're very mature in terms of, we're not guys and girls in our 20s and 30s, etc. Maybe Miss Lauren is in her 30s, I don't know. But what I'm saying, a lot of us guys 40 plus, we come from a time where we're not born into the social media era where it's all about, look at me and what I'm doing. We're kind of guys and girls that will live in the moment, enjoy the things for what they are. Whereas these days, people, and the reason I'm going around this long-winded way of saying it is that you'd imagine people being in the crowd booing to make a statement, but filming themselves while they're booing so they can post it on their Instagram and say, look at me, I'm a rebel. Do you know what I mean? That kind of nonsense. And it's just like, let's just be individuals and keep it moving and just be real. Like, there was a beautiful moment of silence before this match for the victims of the Venezuela earthquake disaster, which I had absolutely no idea about, but it was beautiful. But when we're watching Premier League games at home, I absolutely cringe when somebody's died for a club and you're doing a minute's silence and you're just praying, please don't spoil it. Please don't embarrass Club A by letting down and spoiling the memory of someone who football has lost. And where, we're a football family, we should all cherish it, which is why I come back to the start of my channel, which is, I just want good vibes in here, non-toxic banter. I don't like Man United like anybody wouldn't as a Man United fan, as a Liverpool fan. But I'd welcome Man United fans here and I'd enjoy the banter. And do you know what I mean? And it's all good as long as it's kept Respectful. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Arthur says, I think the national anthem is a joke. It's political and no one shares the same views in politics and the royal family. It should be about the country, not the leader. There you go, Arthur. Well said. Brilliant. And this man is a proper youngster, but one of the most mature youngsters I've ever had the pleasure of speaking to. You're an absolute legend. And that's why you are the king, Arthur. Peter says, it's about decision makers in London. The problem Liverpool have with England without going too deep. Yeah, no, exactly. No, I hear that, mate. I hear that. Pat says, I'll post something to view. It might explain it might explain matters a bit better. Go for it, said Pat, because education and educating the chat is what it's all about. And at the end of the day, I'm definitely not too old to learn something myself. Right, let's have a quick, while you're doing that, I'm just going to have a quick look at the stats. So carry on, said Pats. Drop it in the chat when you're ready. We'll have a quick look at the stats while you're doing that. Like something I like to do on my channel. Norway, 37% possession. France, 63. 0.27 XG for Norway. 0.9 for France, where they blew that out of the water. 4 shots for Norway. 14 for France. 8 on target for France. 2 on target for Norway. Norway could have scored at least 3-4 that half, which is quite incredible that they've only had 2 on target. But yeah. Norway 9 touches in the French box, France 19 in the Norwegian box. 5 saves from the Norwegian keeper, 1 from Magic Mike Magnan. 3 aerial duels won by Norway, 8 by the French. 5 fouls committed by Norway and 6 by France. 1 corner by Norway and 3 for the French. So quite dominant in terms of the scoreline, quite dominant in terms of the overall game. So yes, that is the lineups on the screen. It is 3-1 to France, and it's been a fantastic game. As Arthur says, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, King Arthur. Appreciate the support. That is what we like to hear. So yeah, no problem. So Pats, drop it in when you're ready, mate, and we shall devour the information. On that note, I'm just going to take a quick toilet break. I will leave the stats up on the screen, or the lineup, should I say, and I'll be back in a moment to catch up with you guys. Right. Apologies for the extended break. Just having to have a little catch up with my son. But it's been a long day. Right, let's catch up with some of the messages in the chat. The players are coming out. God, it is so hot, honestly. Right. Arthur, let's catch up. At Peter, at Pat's, Rush, Fowler, what are your predictions for the game tomorrow? So Pat says, Arthur, I said 4-1 against Ghana. How wrong was I? Yeah, I hear you, said Pat. I wasn't going that high against Ghana. I didn't discount them that much. I think I went for a 2-0 England, to be honest. Or maybe even a 2-1. Because I don't like Ezri Konza at the back. Peter says to Arthur, if you mean the England game, I think they win by a couple of goals. I'm hoping Iran beat Egypt later 2 by a goal. Arthur says the pride match more, the most pride-friendly countries. Cabo Verde 2-0 against Saudi. Spain, Ghana and Belgium to win 2. Yeah, I'll put my predictions in the chat before the second half starts. What will we see? Right, let's get the timer ready. I'm going strong for England tomorrow. Right, second half has kicked off. Spain won. And what's the other game? Is it Ghana and Belgium you were saying? God, so many games. You got Egypt, Iran. I think Egypt will beat Iran 2-0. Not that I promote gambling, guys, but you can take these to the bank, basically. Cash-in jobs. Croatia 1. There you go. There's my predictions for whatever they're worth. And surely Belgium have got to win a game. I thought New Zealand, they're one of the worst teams here. That's all of my predictions for the games. So all good. I'm sure there's going to be more goals in this game. Right, let's see how it's panning out here. You got it, did you, Peter? That one I printed out yesterday, yeah? Mate, if that comes in, don't forget your boy. You could at least, if those numbers hit, you could drop me at least 5%, mate. And I'll wish you the best with all the winnings. Good memory. I like it. I like it. Right, shoulder up, left. Jinkin in the box, lays it centrally. Oscar Bob lays it off to the side. Oscar Bob was looking like an amazing, promising young player at Man City. Right, Oscar Bob, Jinks in the box. Oh, lovely, he's gone down. That's a penalty, surely. Penalty straight away. Oscar Bob, just talking about him. Jinkin cuts inside. He gets chopped down in the box by Teo Hernandez, who is not the greatest defender. Very lazily dangles out the left. And it's a penalty. Oh, what, Peter? Was that FOMO you meant? You gave 7 numbers, I only needed 6, so I don't know how it will work. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. But yeah, that is definitely a penalty. Right, so is it going to be Strand Larsen with that penalty? Obviously, no classic Ade curse. But this is the thing as well. It's like Magic Mike's in goal. It's a pity Haaland wasn't on the pitch. Imagine when that penalty got decided. Actually, I want to know this. Guys, do you know this for... This is one thing I've never known. The penalty gets called by the ref. Can you make a sub there and then let that sub take it? Or do they already have to be on the pitch by the time the penalty's taken? Strand Larsen steps up. I'm pretty sure you can make a sub and just let the new sub take it, right? But that's interesting because you don't usually get that. Because you can imagine Haaland on the bench going, Gov, get me on. Yeah, Arthur, you can sub. Yeah, I did think so, but I didn't want to say it just in case. Because it's not something you see very often. Hey, Natasha, I see if England win, they will be playing Ecuador in the next round. Exactly, Natasha, that's good. I didn't know that, but that means that's a good route for England to take. Strand Larsen stepping up. How are you, Natasha? I'm just going to talk about this penalty. Strand Larsen steps up. He's going to hit it right-footed. Coming on to address the ball. Start a step. Poor penalty. But nice, lovely save from Magic Mike. Honestly, these stutter step penalties are pathetic. Why are you taking this? You're not Paul Pogba. A disgusting penalty, honestly. Absolutely terrible. Just run up, stop the stutter crap, and just put your foot through it. Absolutely pathetic. How many times have we seen it in this tournament alone? Stutter step penalties, they come up, stop, keeper doesn't move, and they just put no power into it. It's poor. But Natasha, how are you? So England, if we beat Panama tomorrow, we get Ecuador. That's a really good route. So I am here for it, Natasha. But I hope you're well. Let us know how you're getting on. So Norway could have made a real game of it there. Arthur said, did you win the care home bingo? Right, Oscar Bob in the box. All that hard work. What a great penalty to win. Strand Larsen, honestly, that was a shocking penalty. Can he make amends? So Pat says that was a poor penalty. Put your boot through the laces and burst the back. Exactly, mate. It's absolutely pathetic. Right, Mbappe, is he going to go round? Oh, good save from the keeper. Exactly, said Pat. Just basically, if you make him save it, make him earn it. Sting his palm, sting his legs, sting a part of his body, whatever. But honestly, that was awful. And the amount of these guys that try and step up and try and be so cute, it's just irritating. It's absolutely irritating. But Natasha, if you're there, is there any news, any new gossip that you've seen today regarding players? I saw earlier that, what's his name? Gonzalo Ramos has left PSG to go to AC Milan for 60 to 70 million euros for a very average striker, Natasha. So yeah, I'm quite surprised at that. Right, so Norway trying to find another way back into this game. But in all honesty, this game has said... This game has told us a lot about France, to give up a lot of chances. penalty here, so that easily could have been 2 they conceded. They could have maybe conceded a couple more in the first half. So France are not looking that solid at the back. They made a few changes, but yeah, I think their weakness for them is Upamecano, who I've never rated as a centre-back. I think he's quite a poor centre-back. Don't understand how Konate's not playing instead of Upamecano. Upamecano is awful. But Didier Deschamps seems to love him. Strand Larsen, good take there. But we need to see the big man on. Big Erling on. That's what we need to see. Well played by Koundé, who's had some strong links today with Liverpool, I think. Natasha, if you're there. Koundé's been linked with Liverpool. Talking about we might be strong in for him. So we shall see. Alright, so Berg taking a corner. Flashes across. That should be another goal. Ostergaard missed it. God, I missed about 3 Norwegian players. That should be another goal there. All over the place, France at the back. Alright, Magic Mike on the kick out. Yeah, I'm not impressed with France at all. But then again, they scored 3 goals, but I'm still not impressed with them. It's actually quite incredible, really. Quite incredible. Welcome back, Cameron. Good to see you. France are overrated. I'm telling you, Cameron, they are overrated. It's just not all that. Honestly, just not all that. But maybe it's just about firepower winning in this tournament, basically. So, it is what it is. Right, well done back by Manu Kone. Elise rushing down the middle. Lays it out wide to Desiree Doué by the byline. Plays it centrally. Mbappe. Oof. Great save there. That was a save. Mbappe. Oof. No, was it a save or just dipped over? Oh, no. Dipped over by a good 2 or 3 yards. But great strike, though. Nearly just about got the technique slightly wrong, but a really good chance by Kylian. So keeper's hurt himself on a dive there. Great strike from Mbappe. Nearly gets it perfectly right. Just fizzes over, going into the corner. Keeper's injured. Kylian Mbappe desperate for some goals. But there's no doubt who is the star of today's game. No doubt. The main man of today has been Ousmane Dembele with a hat-trick. A World Cup hat-trick. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Something you just don't get to see that often. A World Cup hat-trick. Quite incredible. But 2 assists for Mbappe. So he's definitely been the top GA merchant in this tournament. So this keeper, he's going to continue. All of that treatment is taking about a good 3 minutes, and now we've got the hydration break coming up. Arthur says Strand Larson steps up and does the carpet pens and carpets pen ever the crowd go wild. Oh mate, honestly. Peter says whatever next for penalties, the moonwalk stutter. Do you know what I mean? It's honestly, it's just so boring now. It just doesn't even work. I've seen some shocking ones last season. Absolutely some shocking ones. It's just put your foot through it, honestly. Let us know. What did you think of my predictions earlier on, Arthur? Let me know what you think. All right, Dembele, right wing, edge of the box, drifts into the box, coming inside onto his left foot, tries to find Kylian Mbappe, to Doué now, plays it back to his captain, Dembele, Mbappe, Doué now. Arthur says, no, it's the care home walking stick style made well known by Peter. And he says, your predictions are always never correct. Mate, mine are very close to the mark, I will have you know. I said 3-0 today to France. It's still 3-1. That's pretty close. And I said Senegal would win 3-0. And that is currently 2-0. So let's put a bit of respect on my skills. Thank you, Arthur. A little bit of respect on the skills. What time is your match tomorrow, Arthur? I'll get the potatoes ready, lad. With unerring accuracy. Right. We've got a free kick now. 27 yards out. Elise, edge of the box. Floats it into the back stick. Looking for Mbappe. It was Lacroix, sorry. But they were looking for Mbappe. You don't have one. Oh, right. Is it Sunday then you kick off? Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Oscar, Bob, nutmegging Teo Hernandez there. Oh, I see, I see. No worries, no worries. Ah, oh, Doué trying to go for the Neymar rainbow flick in the corner. The cheek of it. Emojis, emojis. You can keep your emojis, lad. Ismail Assar making it 2-0. I don't know why they said 2-0 on the commentary. It's 3-0. Because it was 2-0 already. It was Papa Gay has scored. So it's 3-0. So we have a prediction correct each then, Arthur. I said 3-0 Senegal. And you said 3-1 France. So score draw between us. Peter says, I don't think Letis had a stutter. And he is 47 out of 48 penalties. Best record in football. Very true, mate. Very true. Arthur says, in part from mine. What, did you say Senegal 1-0, did you? Can't remember what you said, Arthur. But, right, Mbappe. Driving into the box. What's he going to do here? Cuts inside. He's going to shoot, surely. Ooh, good block there by the defender. Elise now to Dembele. France look like they're desperate to try and get Mbappe on the scoreline. They want to help him win the Golden Boot. He's Arthur can't remember. Fair enough, no problem. So, yep, Senegal 3-0 up. So, Iraq have made no impact on this World Cup. But, yeah, that's exactly right, Peter, about the whole stutter step and all that. Just run up, address the ball, hit it with confidence, hit it with power. You know what I mean? Running up to the ball makes a big difference. Do you know what I mean? Running up, you know, a good speed, connected with the ball. That's where the power's generated. All these players that do this stutter stop and stop, you just lose power on your shot. It's just crazy, really. Right, Dembele, edge of the box. What's he going to do? He's going to cut inside onto his... No, he isn't. He tries to play it across with his right. And he can't find anyone but the first defender. Bradley Barcola coming on. Be interested to see how he's getting on. Peter says 16 goals in 16 World Cup appearances for Mbappe. The radio just said, I know, it's wild, isn't it? Absolutely wild. He is a top player. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. Mbappe, and still only 27. Ray Shirky and Bradley Barcola coming on. What a squad they've got, honestly. What a squad they have got. Absolutely top tier they are. Shirky with a lovely corner in. Goes over to the side. Come on, what's gone on there? So, does anyone know who Norway and France get? Does anyone know what the permutations are? Because these two are going through as the first and second in the group. Who do France get in the next round and who do Norway get? Cheers for that, Arthur. So Norway get Ivory Coast. Not a bad game, that. It's honestly some really good matchups. France gets Sweden. Okay. So you can imagine France putting Sweden to the sword. Sweden's confidence must be dented after that absolute pasting they got from the Dutch. So, yeah, you can't imagine Sweden holding out there, Arthur. That'll be the end of our boys, Gokares and Isak. But yeah, let's get them back to our clubs. A bit of pre-season, and yeah, I think Gokares deserves a rest. I think Isak needs to play some games, to be honest. But here we go. We've got the next hydration break. The third quarter is over, guys. The third quarter. We're going into the fourth quarter. I've been quite impressed with Manu Kone for the French in midfield. He's had a really good season in for his club. I wouldn't mind Liverpool taking a look at him, to be honest. We were linked with Manu Kone in the past. I wouldn't mind Liverpool revisiting, maybe taking it. I think Arsenal was linked with Manu Kone a few weeks back. You know, he had a good stint in the Bundesliga, but he's had a really good season in Serie A with Roma, Manu Kone. So yeah, I wouldn't mind him turning up at Liverpool. He's only about 25, 26. Combative midfielder. And just an all-round good footballer. My boys, Liverpool need a midfielder, and I'm just not seeing the likes of people like Elliot Anderson providing value for money. Surely 130 million can get you 2 or 3 Elliot Andersons, surely. God, these hydration breaks are just horrendous. This take forever. 3 minutes just to have a drink. Come on, man. Just get your adverts over with. Just get on with the football. The crowd have got to do the whole crowd wave just to find themselves entertained. It's absolutely crazy. But here we go, guys. The fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, we're back. Absolute joke. Peter said, it's Comedy Central when you watch the various club transfer shows. Every fan base talking about the same players. That's it, mate. I know, it's nuts, isn't it? I think that's that's maybe the positive thing about Liverpool, because we're kind of linked with the top tier kind of prices. There's not many people in for a Diamande, for example. There's only us and Arsenal linked with Barcola, and kind of Arsenal kind of hedging their bets towards getting obviously Morgan Rogers, as Arthur will know. So, and they're kind of loose linked with Barcola, but other than that, everyone's linked with similar players. You know, everyone's in for this Nemetia from Germany, us, Man United potentially. Liverpool linked with so many players, it's unreal. But yeah, it is funny. It is funny for sure. Arthur says, we are getting Bradley. We'll see about that, Arthur. We shall see about that, lad. To be honest with you, don't get me wrong, I think you could get Bradley and Barcola. I think somebody will pick him up for 70 million, 70, 80 million tops. Oh, we've got a break here. That's going to be a goal. Surely Oscar Bob is in. Oh, rebound. Oh, Oscar Bob should score there. He gets slipped in. Right side of the box, and France are open again. They have been wide open. Honestly, on another day, France easily could have conceded 4 today. Honestly. Don't get me wrong, Norway could have conceded 5, but honestly, that was a bit weak from Chouameni there in midfield. Oscar Bob took a touch. Oh, he needs to take a quicker touch, get his shot away, but it's a weak shot. Straight at Magnan. Makes an okay save. Bit milks it. Easily could have dropped out. But Arthur, yeah, I could see Bradley Barcola going to Arsenal. And as I was saying, because he's only got a year left on his contract, they can't really ask for more than 70, 80 million, you would imagine. Unless they do a Brighton Jean-Paul Van Hecker. How they got 52 million for him, I don't know. But yeah, but I think Arthur, for Arsenal to get Barcola, they're going to need to move on Martinelli and, or just Martinelli or Trossard maybe. I think Arthur, in my opinion, I think they'll find it hard to shift Martinelli, to be honest. I think Trossard's easier to get rid of. But would you take, anyway, Arthur, would you take Barcola over Martinelli or Trossard? Who would you like to keep out of those two? Me personally, I would keep, if I was Arsenal, I would keep Trossard. And I'd get rid of Martinelli. And I'd bring in Barcola. That's what I would do if I was Arsenal. As well as obviously Morgan Rogers, who you're going for. But over to you, King Arthur. considering Norway had the penalty, that could have made it 3-2 and then bang, a couple of good chances. They easily could have been back in this game. And that gives hope for the rest of the teams in the tournament because France were supposedly all conquering. But, they are... France on this performance are definitely there for... Not for the taking, but they're there to be given a game. Believe you me. Arthur says, no, we have all three. What I would say to you, Arthur, is that I admire your love for your players, but sometimes you just have to make room and let some people go. To be honest with you, I think Martinelli just hasn't lived up to the player we thought he was going to be. Because honestly, back when Jurgen Klopp was Liverpool manager, foolishness on the screen. But Martinelli just hasn't lived up to the promise. He's had a couple of bad injuries in his career. I just don't think he just hasn't kicked on. At least with... Arthur says, no. I hear it, man. You love your players. I hear that. They're always going to be legends for you because they won you a league, so I get that. But sometimes you just can't be... you can't romanticize players and hang on for them for too long. I think Martinelli, you've seen the best of him. And if you could get money for him, if you could sell Martinelli for, say... I don't think he's worth that much, to be honest. 35, 40 million. Because I don't think he's pushed on enough. If you could replace him with Barcola, that instantly makes you better. Arthur says Martinelli has super clutch moments. He does have a few in the Champions League, to be fair. But usually in games you're going to win anyway. He does do... I think that's the sentiment. Yeah, to be fair, he does come up with a goal against... Ibu Konate comes on. Ibu. He does have a clutch moment in the league against Man City every once in a while. Whatever, dude. Peter says, is it true, Arthur, Arsenal are only buying players that agree to letting a Lego haircut as part of the... You know it, Peter. Tell him. Super Mick. Out of interest, Arthur, how many Arsenal games do you watch a season? Do you try and watch every game? Do you stream a lot of the games, or do you just kind of watch it on Sky when Arsenal are on, etc., or TNT Sports? Arthur, how many Arsenal games do you try and catch? Out of interest, because I have a follow-up question. And Peter says, I get bored in a care home, Arthur. Baby boomer. So you watch all games. Okay. So let me ask you a question, Arthur. Irrespective of you guys being champions, do you think Arsenal this season just gone, play an attractive, entertaining brand of football, in your opinion? But be honest. Don't be biased, be honest. Apart from the blackout ones. It's 4-0 Senegal, Iraq. They've blown my scoreline out of the water. So Senegal are doing themselves a favour here because obviously the goal difference will help when it comes to being the best fourth place finisher. So maybe Senegal could sneak in as one of the best, and that might put the Scots out. Right, Oscar Bob playing a good one to Strand Larson. Right, shoulder up in the edge of the box. Plays it centrally. Can they lay it back to Bob? Ooh, Berg rushing in. Oscar Bob leaves it, smashes one in against Maxence Lacroix. So Norway fashioning chances. Oscar Bob, edge of the box. kind of France don't really know whether to stick or twist and just go for the attack. Right, Arthur answers my question. Yes, we attack against most teams apart from City and PSG, so we don't have to defend. Fair enough. So basically, you're happy with your attacking play. Fair enough. Fair enough. Not quite the answer I was looking for, but you know, all good, all good. I've just checked Arthur. I'm Generation X, so there. That sounds cool, though. And Arthur says we didn't start the set-piece trend. Maybe they didn't start. They definitely perfected it. But there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. There's nothing wrong with perfecting or being really good at set-pieces, you know. There's different ways to win a football match. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see if you would waste your time Googling. Yeah, with Arsenal at the end of the day, I don't find them the most attractive team to watch. You know, they're not as interesting to watch as the average Man City game. Right, Mbappe. Is he going to have a chance here? Ooh. That's Bradley Barcola bursting in down the left. Yeah, I mean, I find Arsenal, you know, they're not a bad team to watch. They're not, you know, they're not the greatest team to watch. They're not as devastating to watch as Man City under Pep from a few years ago, or Liverpool under Klopp a few years ago. But they, you know, they still play a decent brand of football. So I'm not going to do them down, and they are worthy champions. So fair enough. Credit where it's due. Be interesting to see if Arsenal can do the business next season. Shirky in the box dribbling, goes round one, stands it up, dinks it into the box. Arthur says City football is boring. It's not as good as it used to be. It's still better than most teams in the Prem when it was done well. But we're going to see a new City now, aren't we? So it's going to be interesting to see what Enzo Maresca can cook up. To be honest with you, Arthur, as well, I thought Maresca's Chelsea at the beginning of last season, up until he got sacked, they played some really good football. Last season, Liverpool's football was the worst football I've seen in years. Honestly, it was just disgusting. Liverpool's football under Slot last season was absolutely shambolic. Absolutely horrific. And that's why I'm so glad he is gone. Arthur says, IDK means I don't know Peter before you go Googling. I think he's down with the kids better than that. Arthur says it was a 007 fault, not Slots. It was the signings that did really bad. No, it weren't, mate. It really wasn't. It definitely was not. Slot's brand of football was disgusting. Mate, stick to your own club. You watched your own team. How many games of Liverpool did you watch last season? I saw practically all of them. I'm telling you, it was definitely Arne Slot was the problem. His brand of football was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Cheers for that, Cameron. That was a good timing. Slot's football was diabolical, mate. It was absolutely diabolical. Shambolic. I can count on one hand how many times we played well last season. It was disgusting. Arthur, what's the 4, mate? Talking about Senegal. Yep, Senegal gone 4. Oh, I see. You watched Liverpool about 4 times. Well, it'd be interesting. You know, you might have caught Liverpool in the odd match. Obviously, you probably saw the 2 Arsenal games. And to be fair, in the Anfield game, we were okay. I thought Arsenal okay. It was quite a close match. I think in the second half, Arsenal didn't do much at Anfield. And we just about... Well, we got that Szoboszlai free kick and it was a little bit unlucky. But in the Arsenal away game at the Emirates, I thought Liverpool played really well. That was one of the better games. And they probably should have won that 0-0, to be fair. Arsenal didn't really do much that game. So Pat says, I don't know what happened to Oscar Bob, but when he burst onto the scene, I thought he was going to be a world beater. What happened? Do you know what, Sir Pat? I did think the same, but I remember Oscar Bob, he got a... Oscar Bob, I think he did his ACL. So he was out for 9 months. And, yeah, and I think coming back, he just hasn't really fully gotten back into his stride. And then obviously City sold him on to Fulham. So maybe next season we'll see the best of Oscar Bob return. But I know what you mean. I did think the same, to be honest with you. In that Man City team, Sir Pats, he was looking sensational coming through. But yeah, I know what you mean. I like you said, I thought he was going to be a world beater for sure. Gary says, I'm an Arsenal fan, but we're boring 50% of the time. I hear you, Gary. You know, that's honest of you, mate. JP Mateta is on, the big man up top. It looks so wrong seeing Mateta play for France. He just doesn't look like he's got that tech to play for France. Arthur, what do you think of Gary's statement there? He's also an Arsenal fan like you, and he reckons that you are boring 50% of the time, and that is coming from a fellow Arsenal fan. What do you think? $5-0 to Senegal now. Absolutely demolishing Iraq. This World Cup has definitely got, Arthur says, 30% of the time. I hear you, mate. I'll be real as well. Towards the end of the season, I caught quite a lot of the Arsenal matches in the running, and they were very good in the running. After the Bournemouth game, which you were so poor in that game, after that game, you really stepped up, and you were good in most of the games. I respected the way they won the league. They won the league, do you know what I mean? In the end, they took it, you know. That Newcastle game, they were a little bit crap in that game, Arsenal were, but they got the job done. That Eze bullet from the edge of the box. And then after that game, I think it was after the Newcastle game, you had about 4 games left. I thought Arsenal were very good after that. Peter says, Ade stir in the Arsenal pot. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Arsenal do next season. Defending champions, plenty of teams looking to take them down. And, you know, people gunning for the Gunners. Oh, mate, Arthur, that was a really good game. And when Arsenal took the lead in that game, they're honest, they were so dominant of West Ham. But honestly, by the end of the match, I thought West Ham were very unlucky not to get the draw that game. And obviously, Matheus Fernandes, it was a great save from Raya, but Fernandes should score that goal before obviously Trossard gets the after Trossard, wasn't it? Matheus Fernandes should have equalised, and then obviously he had the controversy at the end, but you know that goal was always going to get ruled out. But yeah, it was a great game though. That was tension in the end there, absolute tension. And yeah, that was the day it was done for you guys, Arthur. Well done. So Jan says that ding dong you hear on the tannoy in the stadium sounds like Ride or High in Greece. It's true, it does, isn't it? Just waiting for the headmistress to do her thing. And that's the thing, actually, St. Pat, you check that, right? I showed my age there because I'm ringing it, so I was wondering where it was going. But as soon as I saw ding dong, I was going into... Where's that from? Ding dong. It's like an old thing from like 40 Towers, not 40 Towers, or be like you know what I mean. Where's that from? Ding dong. Anyway, but obviously she meant Ride or High from Greece, exactly. What a top film that was. One of the all-time classics. It was a foul on Raya, though. Yeah, it was a foul on Raya. Yeah, the equaliser. Yeah, that's fine, man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Trossard. It was before the Trossard shot. Was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The Matheus Fernandes, when he went through on goal, that was after Trossard had scored. Definitely, I remember. And then obviously West Ham were kind of pouring forward. And yeah, then obviously had that last minute equaliser ruled out. So you're saying Fernandes went through on goal before Trossard scored the goal? All right, fair enough. Either way, he should have scored that. He definitely should have scored. Matheus Fernandes should have... that's all right, mate. I believe you. Maybe I'm just getting it mixed up. But yeah, Matheus Fernandes definitely should have scored that. It's kind of easier to score than miss, to be honest. It was a good save from Raya, but yeah, Raya was phenomenal last season. Absolutely phenomenal. And as we discussed the other day, how he's not Spain's number one, I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely ridiculous. It'll probably cost Spain as well, Arthur, at some point during this tournament. I think Unai Simon will throw one in the net and he will cost Spain a goal that Raya would have saved, is what I'm getting at. But I'm sure we both agree on that. Ugh. What was that from Theo Hernandez? Watch the highlights. Who the hell is that? Who's that, my man? What are you talking about? Unai Simon? That's the Spain goalkeeper, number one. Nice play once again by Manu Kone. Going through the gears, driving forward from midfield. Brilliant run from Manu Kone. What's he going to do here? That was a great run from Kone. Great legs, good acceleration, bursting away. Looks far better than Tchouaméni, Manu Kone in midfield. I would definitely be interested in picking him up as a midfielder. Oh, where did Arthur, Peter say that? I must miss that because I haven't got that in the chat. So maybe that's... I think Terry Thomas ding dong. I don't know where... Yeah, I think, yeah, it's an old school English thing where, like, basically back in the day, if you had, like, Arthur, basically, it's like 70s, 80s TV where there'd be a certain character where, you know, a good-looking woman would walk past and it'd go, ding dong. It's just a silly old thing from back in the day. Leslie Phillips, that's the one. Oh, there's the goal. Desiree Doué. And that is 4-1. And that is ding dong. Right there, 4-1. Let's adjust the scoreline. I'll show you, Arthur, what we're talking about. Yeah, that's it, Sir Pat. That's what it is. So Arthur, not this, not Lionel Messi. It's this old boy here. It says a famous British actor and comedian called Leslie Phillips, and basically he would play a character that would be like known as a cad. So, or something like somebody that would be quite like a Lothario, if that makes sense. So, not sure if you know what a Lothario is, but it's somebody like an older gentleman that loves the ladies, basically. And when a lady would come on the screen and walk past him in the street, it'd be like ding dong. Yeah, but you know, British humour at its best back in the day. But yeah, that's exactly Pat's exactly blast from the past, mate. Leslie Phillips, such a good voice as well. And a famous tash. What a legend that man was. It's like growing up and watching all the carry-ons, St. Pat's. Honestly. Do you remember like growing up and you watch Carry On Matron or Carry On Nurse or Carry On Camping, and honestly, the amount of times you could watch those films on repeat, or every year you could watch them in and around Christmas or whenever they're on TV. Honestly, so funny, man. Sid James, Barbara Windsor and all that. And who didn't fancy Barbara Windsor, mate? Honestly, Jesus. Don't tell Jan, St. Pat's, because we both know it was all about a bit of Barbara Windsor back in the day. So another, dominant on the scoreline display from France. But I thought France were quite poor that game, to be honest. But still managed to score 4. So impressive firepower from the French. And obviously the man of the match is obviously that man. That man, Ousmane Dembele, with the hat-trick. So absolutely sensational from the Ballon d'Or winner, scoring 4. Absolutely brilliant. All right, let's get these headphones off. Jeez. Oof. But yeah, good game. Good game. Could have been closer. Could have been a draw in reality, but you know, France have got that firepower. So very impressive. Peter, what do you reckon? Arthur reckons Leslie Phillips, you could be a dead ringer. Ding dong. But yeah. Could have been 4, it could have been. So Pat says, mate, loved all the Ealing comedies. That's my idea of heaven. I hear you, my man. I hear you. Ealing? Is that what the producers were? Or obviously, I know we're just talking about those comedies from that era. Do you know what I mean? It was different times, isn't it? Just that kind of pokey, cheeky fun and whatnot. But honestly, the thing is, St. Pat's, when you look back, think about the morals that, you know, that these programs were trying to teach us back in the day. Obviously, remember like Reg Varney on the buses and all that. Oh, my days. My mum showed me On the Buses. That was my favourite. Oh, my days. That used to kill me. You know, we're obviously Blakey, the inspector. Like, oh, I love you, Butler. Oh, mate, it's just genius. But think about the morals that those programs were showing us. Peter says, Will Hay movies. The Maggie is my favourite Ealing comedy. I probably know him, but I just don't know the terminology. But you know, St. Pat's, yep, Terry Thomas, Alistair Sim, and St. Trillians. Yeah, exactly. St. Trillians was good. But yeah, just different times. But yeah, think of the morals. It's all like, you know, all these married men or girlfriends, and they couldn't wait to get on and carry on camping and try and cheat on their missus. Or it's like with On the Buses, isn't it? Like everyone trying to cheat, and honestly, just Different times, man. Scandalous. And the people, you know, blink of an eye. People wouldn't even bat an eyelid with some of the morals going on in some of those comedies back then. But yeah, good times, man. Good times. But yeah, it is what it is. A bygone era. A bygone era. Alistair Sim adopted George Cole, Arthur Daly. Alistair Sim. This must be somebody I'd know by face, right? Obviously, Arthur Daly was a minder. Let me have a look. Let me look this up. Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I looked him up. I know the actor. Yeah, different times. Different times. Before your time, Arthur. Before your time. You're like thinking, what are these old fools on about? Think he did Ebenezer Scrooge Sim. Yeah, that's right. He looks the part. He does look the part. But yeah, good times. Good times. How are these old Tories? Don't try and make it political, lad. No politics, mate. No politics. Just old school memories. That's all. Yeah, different times. Different times. Woo. Absolute scorcher. Be glad for the cooler temperatures tomorrow. Obviously, we've got tomorrow's game now, the big England game. I'm off to get me dinner. Going. Cheerio, chaps. See you later, Peter. Enjoy your dinner, mate. So Pat says, just got to open a bar. Andre door here. It's 24 degrees. What's the score temp-wise in Old Blighty? Mate, well, during the day, it was 30, I think, what was it? 36 at its peak today. 34 most of the time. In my living room right now, it is bang on 30. But yeah, it's been a rough old time. So Pat, it's been about 33 on average, I'd say. Very, very toasty, mate. But it's going to cool down to, I think it's going to average about 30, so we shall see. Arthur said it's 10 PR. What is even open? Probably making something late. But yes, on that note, are we all going to be enjoying the game tomorrow? The England game, remember, it's 10 p.m. kickoff. Oh, St. Pat's, gee. Oh, mate, honestly, it is roasting. It is roasting. If I have a look at my temperature now, yes, it's basically 31 outside now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, we're talking about, I think it's up to about 32 at its peak, 33 tomorrow, and it's going to settle on about 30, St. Pat. So, mate, you just keep enjoying the tuna steaks and the sea breeze, because we are getting nothing but cooked over here, mate. But yeah, we've got, Arthur says if we win, yeah, we will definitely, I'm sure we'll do it tomorrow. But obviously it's a 10 o'clock kickoff. So, yeah, let's hope that we're all fresh for it tomorrow. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring this, the stream to a close. I want to get off, have a little shower, freshen up, and get some decent rest. Got plenty to do tomorrow. Got to get out there, hit my 5K. Got to boss those streets. Yeah, see you tomorrow, Pats. Take it easy. Arthur, lovely having you again. Peter, enjoy your dinner. Miss Laura that was in earlier. McMauler that we saw. We had Rush Fowler, new subscriber to the channel. Lovely to see him. And everyone else that dropped in. We've witnessed a decent game in the background. Had a lively little chat as usual. We've seen Norway lose 4-1 to France. They should have lost by more, to be honest. Ousmane Dembele, the world's best player on paper, has scored a hat-trick. Dembele did not find the net. And Doué grabbed the fourth. So, a great little performance all around. Arthur, good night, lad. Take care. See you soon, hopefully. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. I'll be going live from about 9:30. So if you're about, say hello. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I know you don't have any plans, but enjoy your day, whatever you get up to. And on that note, my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier. This is my channel where we enjoy video games, retro games, new games, a lot of Street Fighter 6, new age stuff like Resident Evil, which I'm yet to play, but I will be getting on soon. And obviously, international football, the World Cup, and the transfer market gearing up for the return of the Premier League next season. Good man, Arthur, you'll be there. I'll see you tomorrow, mate. You have a fantastic night. Stay cool, stay hydrated. See you tomorrow. Much love to you all. My name is Ade, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care and good night. Look after yourselves.